Please turn to the journal section in your Falcon Pride workbook and write the topic of today's lesson, Why the ID, on October 5th. In the section marked Past, think back to last week's lesson, Do Anything But Nothing. What were some of the key points raised during your class discussion? In the space marked Present, think about the new school policy requiring all students and staff to wear their ID at all times. What do you think is driving this new policy?
It's important to wear your school IDs at school just in case there's an emergency and we need to identify who it is in trouble.
I think people should wear IDs just like in case of an emergency you can identify yourself and just teachers and staff know who you are if you need to show them. Yeah.
It's also good for safety because if somebody doesn't have an ID, it helps keep people who don't belong at the school out of the school because you must have your ID to be on campus.
IDs are important to wear because if something happens, you can tell who they are, or if you need to get somewhere specific in the school or prove that you are part of the campus or part of the school, you have it so you can do stuff.
I think students and staff have to wear their IDs so if something were to happen, they could identify them.
I think we have to wear IDs because wearing them makes it easier for everyone to identify us as a student here. So there's only so many staff members on campus and there's a lot more of us, so I think it just makes it easier on everyone.
I believe we wear IDs for the consideration of the staff knowing who we are and the protection of the campus to make sure that we have no outsiders. It plays a good role of knowing who is in the campus and who's not.
I don't know why we wear those IDs because in my school in Germany we never wore any IDs. Yeah, I don't know.
I think wearing IDs is important because we need to know who is on campus and if they belong here and why they are here. We seniors have to wear IDs for early release, and that is important so no underclassmen get out when they're not allowed to. And I also think IDs are important because we don't want any strangers coming on campus that could be dangerous to us.
Okay, so I think that we're supposed to wear IDs because last year there was some kids that came onto campus when they shouldn't have been here. And that could have been prevented probably if we were all wearing our IDs because we would have known if they go to our school or not.
Hello everyone, this is Brad Penner, your school resource officer, and one of the things that's been brought to my attention lately has been the wearing of IDs. The school and Dr. Beebe have their own personal reasons for you to wear your IDs, and this is my own personal reason being in law enforcement and what we think about. The biggest reason why we want you to wear an ID is so that we know who belongs on campus. So it's easy for us to walk around and see the ID either hanging from your neck, your lanyard, somewhere visible where we can see it and we know that you're one of our students. Or if you don't have your ID, then you come up to the office and you get your sticker, and that way we can also identify you by the sticker. One of the things that we want to avoid is if you don't have that, you don't have the sticker or you don't have the ID, Well, there's 1,800 kids here, and it's hard for us to know who all belongs on campus and when they should be here and who should not be here. So it's more of a safety issue for us to know who belongs on campus. So for example, if you see somebody who you don't recognize, and it may even be a teenager, it doesn't just have to be an adult, it can be a teenager as well. But if you see them on campus and you feel that they don't belong, that's your opportunity to see and say something. So if you see something that doesn't feel right, doesn't look right, or a person who doesn't look or feel right, even if you're wrong, you should come and say something to either security or an admin, even myself, even a teacher, to say, hey, I saw this person on campus and this is, I don't never recognize them and I'm not sure if they belong. And that's a good opportunity for us to know. We can find out who they are, see if they do belong because they don't have a visible sticker or a visible ID card. So those are the reasons. It's not about snitching, it's not about accusing your fellow students of not being on campus or not belonging on campus, but it's for us to be able to say, okay, yes, this person belongs here and we know that. It's just a matter of keeping everybody on campus safe. So as you guys have seen before, the see something, say something, it's the same thing. And as you guys just had this week, do anything but nothing. So if you see something, tell a teacher, tell admin, tell security, tell me, tell the janitor, tell somebody that this person may be on campus and doesn't belong, or you're not sure if they belong, and then we can contact them to make sure that we're safe and that they're following procedures and doing what they need to do to be on campus properly. So I hope that helps clarify things up from my perspective as far as law enforcement goes, and you guys have a great rest of your week.
It's Mrs. Gordon, coming from the Dean's Office at Cactus Shadows High School. We're here today, we're going to talk about IDs. You guys know what your IDs look like? Well, this is what our IDs look like. We have staff IDs, and when visitor comes on campus, we have visitor badges, visitor IDs, and you'll see those visibly placed on any adult that is here as a visitor on campus. You'll see it here, that kind of thing. If there is someone on our campus where they're not identified, please let an adult know, staff, security, someone that you trust here on campus. There should be no teenagers, 18 and younger, on campus that are unknown to us, that are not identified, and if you see those people, see something, say something. Let's be safe, Cactus Shadows.
Good morning, Cactus Shadows. This is Dr. Beebe, and I would just like to take a couple of moments and clarify the wearing of student IDs on campus this year. First of all, the major reason that we want all of you to have your ID on every day is that as part of Falcon Pride, we have moved away from the handwritten Talon tokens to the faculty and staff being able to reward you Talon tokens through an app on their smartphone or through an app on their computer for doing the wonderful things that you do. Without your IDs, this is not possible, and we want to make sure that we can reward every student every day. So that is the first reason why we want you to wear your IDs this year. Secondly, it is a part of campus security. Obviously, when all of our faculty and all of our students are wearing their IDs, it's very easy for us to know who belongs on our campus and who does not. And for safety purposes, we don't want anybody on our campus who should not be here. So that's the second reason why we're having you wear your ID this year. And finally, the third and final reason is because you need your ID to function as a student on campus. You cannot buy homecoming items, you cannot go to the dance, you cannot attend events, you cannot buy tickets of any kind without your ID. You need your ID at lunchtime, you need your ID in the library to check out books. So the ID is a very important item that you're supposed to have with you anyhow. We would just like you to wear it this year so that it's on you and that we know that everybody has it. So I hope that clears things up for you. Again, for the safety of our campus and so that we can honor all of you for doing the great things you do on our campus. We'd like to see your IDs every day this year.
Wearing your school ID allows staff and other students to be able to quickly identify those who do not belong. Visitors with bad intentions will not have an ID or a visitor sticker. If you see someone on campus that looks unfamiliar and you do not see a visible ID, please say something.